New poll shows where Trump stands with America. Former President Donald Trump remains a dominant figure in American politics, and new polling data reveals where he stands with the public as the 2024 election cycle heats up. Despite his strong influence over the Republican Party, Trump's approval ratings show a deeply divided nation. According to a recent Reuters, Ipsos poll conducted in February 2025, 48% of Americans approve of his performance, while 42% disapprove. These numbers suggest that while Trump retains a significant base, he faces mounting challenges, particularly on key issues such as the economy and foreign policy. Economic concerns continue to weigh heavily on Trump's approval ratings. Inflation remains a top issue for voters, with 58% of respondents in a Gallup poll stating that they believe the cost of living has worsened under his policies. While Trump's supporters credit him with tax cuts and deregulation that benefit businesses, many Americans are struggling with rising costs in housing, food, and healthcare. A Time magazine poll found that only 32% approve of his handling of inflation, suggesting that economic anxieties could be a major hurdle in his bid for re-election. Foreign policy is another area where Trump has faced scrutiny. His recent remarks praising Russian President Vladimir Putin and his reluctance to continue military aid to Ukraine have sparked controversy. A poll by The Guardian found that while Republican voters largely support Trump's America First approach, 60% of independents and 75% of Democrats disapprove of his foreign policy stance. This growing divide raises questions about whether his isolationist approach will resonate with the broader electorate in 2024. On domestic policies, Trump's proposal to eliminate the Department of Education has generated strong opposition. A Reuters, Ipsos poll showed that 65% of Americans are against this move, believing that it could harm public schools and lead to further disparities in education. Additionally, Trump's call to dissolve the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, has been met with resistance, with 44% opposing the plan and only 36% in favor. These numbers indicate that while Trump's populist policies appeal to his base, they face significant pushback from moderates and Democrats. Trump's legal troubles also play a role in shaping public opinion. His ongoing court battles, including investigations into his business dealings and attempts to overturn the 2020 election results, have led to increased skepticism among some voters. A New York Times poll found that 52% of Americans believe Trump should not run for office again due to his legal issues. However, his supporters argue that these investigations are politically motivated and designed to derail his political comeback. The Republican Party remains deeply divided over Trump's leadership. While many GOP lawmakers continue to rally behind him, others worry that his polarizing style could cost them crucial swing votes. A Washington Post poll found that 30% of Republican voters would prefer a different candidate in 2024, highlighting internal fractures within the party. However, Trump's influence remains strong, as seen in his ability to shape primary races and endorsements. Democratic strategists believe Trump's declining approval ratings could benefit President Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. James Carville, a longtime Democratic strategist, recently predicted that Trump's approval could collapse due to economic instability and political controversies. If inflation remains a pressing issue and foreign policy concerns grow, Biden could leverage these weaknesses to gain an advantage in the upcoming election. Despite these challenges, Trump's base remains fiercely loyal. His rallies continue to draw massive crowds, and his messaging on immigration, crime, and economic growth resonates with many Americans who feel disillusioned with traditional politics. A Pew Research poll found that 75% of Trump supporters believe he is the only leader who can fix the country, indicating that his grip on the GOP remains strong. Looking ahead, Trump's political future will largely depend on his ability to expand his appeal beyond his core supporters. If he can address economic concerns, moderate his stance on foreign policy, and unify the Republican Party, he may have a strong path forward in 2024. However, if his approval ratings continue to decline and legal issues intensify, he could face significant obstacles in his pursuit of another term in office. In conclusion, recent polling data paints a complex picture of Trump's standing in America. While he retains a loyal base and remains a formidable political figure, growing concerns over the economy, foreign policy, and legal troubles present real challenges. As the 2024 election approaches, Trump must navigate these issues carefully to maintain his influence and secure a path back to the White House. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more news updates.